Hello there, my name is Valerie White-Williams and I would like to welcome you to my channel, Cosmic Splendor. And this is where I talk about astrology and spirituality and how to be safe in this world. So today I'm talking about Clairsentience. It is one of the clairs that we all have access to. We have clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, and clairaudience, that's the other one. So today I'm going to talk about clairsentience. So what clairsentience means is literally clear sensing. It is one of our psychic abilities, and psychic just means of the soul. And that's why the word psychology refers to a soul. We are a soul which has vibration and resonance and movement. So when you have clairvoyance, and we all have this is probably more likely that people have than clairvoyance, because clairvoyance is seeing pictures and symbols and interpreting them. So interpreting dreams, waking visions. Clairsentience is a bit more down to earth because it's associated with our body. It's clear sensing, and it's similar to what we call an empath. So when you're empathic, you feel the emotions of people, but it's a bit more than that. It includes being an empath, but you also are going to sense it. Sometimes you're going to sense it in your body. And so when you walk into a room and you see that people have maybe had a fight or there's some drama, you walk in the room and you can feel the energy. And it's not something that you're thinking. You feel it in your body. You might have your hair prickle up on your arms. You might just get this whoosh feeling. It's really different for everybody. Or you might get something in your physical body, like you might feel it in your stomach might go in a knot. All those things are really common when you have clairsentience. And it can be awkward sometimes. Sometimes people that have strong clairsentience feel odd in crowds. Crowds can be really overwhelming and almost create panic attacks because you're sensing all this energy all around you. And until you learn to actually protect your energy field, it can feel very invasive. You sense it and you just feel stressed out and you don't know why, because there's just too many people around. And to be honest, I have clairsentience too. I did train as a clairvoyant, so I have that skill, but I think naturally, many people have that emotional feeling of being overwhelmed. I remember when I used to commute on the ferry, I used to commute to Seattle, and I had this big ferry ride, and I had this long teaching day. And I never really wanted to go on the ferry because I just didn't want to feel everybody's energy. And so my husband said, let's go. And I'm like, I'm not into it. I just need to decompress, because when I would go up in the ferry, it was like a fishbowl, and I could just sense everybody's energy around me, and I just needed to clear out after I was teaching a long day. So that's really typical of people that are clairsentient. And also as a performer, I remember it was really difficult for me to perform, or not perform. Actually, I love performing because I could really tune into the audience. But when I had to do auditions, that was a different story, because there's a lot of pressure, a lot of competition. People are waiting in a room. The judges are coming in. And it really was a challenge for me because I was so sensitive. I could always feel the energy of everybody in the room. And it was so hard to turn it off because I could just feel the vibes. And sometimes you can't put a word to it, you just feel how it feels. Now, another sign of clairsentience is that you will often feel symptoms in your body. Some people really, like when you talk to somebody and they're experiencing or telling pain, sometimes people actually feel it themselves. They really feel the pain physically in their body when they're either doing readings or they're even talking to their friends. So the thing about people who are clairsentient is they really need to learn clearing techniques, because what happens is we're so sensitive that we actually pick up people's energy in our space. It's super easy, especially if you're really open to people, you want to help them. You can just, it's almost like this Velcro that's coming to you and sticking to you, or like you have something from the dryers. It's clinging with all this stuff. So it's really important, people who are clairsentient, to clean out the energy. So you can do that from breathing, meditation techniques, taking a shower. Sometimes it's a really quick fix. Sometimes music will help, just being by yourself, having techniques like you can think of hitting, like imagining things and blowing them up with your fingers. There's tons and tons of techniques on how to let go of energy that's not yours, because that's really, really common for people who are empaths as well as clairsentient. And then the last thing I want to talk about is that some people can sense energy from inanimate objects, I'm going to say, like houses or things. So I know when I was actually selling my house, I could tune into the house and I could see where there's energy lifting, and I could do some energy clearing. You can sense where something happened dramatic in the room, and then you can clear it out. And again, there's lots of ways to clear energy, and I don't want to get off topic too much about that. But a lot of people have that feeling when they walk into rooms. You can feel energy in the room, even if it's empty. You know, that's why, you know, sometimes you go to those kind of haunted houses, if the energy hasn't been cleared, you can kind of sense some stuff that's not really normal. And then the last thing I want to talk about is what something's called psychometry. And psychometry is when you hold something and you get a sense of what it's about. Like if you're going to hold a book that someone had, or a special object, sometimes people can actually get pictures, which is some clairvoyance as well, about what that object's about. And that clairsentience is going to help you, or that psychometry, it's a little bit different, because psychometry is really holding something and getting a sense of the history of the person, or it's like kind of like a little lightning rod to tune into the person who owned it, or various things like that. And the last thing, I keep saying one word, last thing, is that's the thing, when we do card readings, when we're actually doing cards, like doing tarot or any kind of healing spread, we use our clairsentience to pick the right card to go through that. So sometimes you do a spread and just lay it out like that, but sometimes when you're picking a card, your hand is going to go to that. So that's another sense of clairsentience that we all have. Now the issue is that most people have been turned not to do that. We're taught not to trust that. We think, oh, that's just like my imagination, or we really need to think about it first. But truly, we are energetic beings, and we do attract energy. So one of the greatest things to learn is what is your energy and what is someone else's, and to make separations. So I think that's another video I'm going to save for another day, but I hope you feel good, that you can trust your clairsentience. Trust your body. Some people feel it more in their body, and some people just feel it emotionally, but your body gets a sense of what's going on, and you need to trust it, because I can tell you, if you don't trust that, sometimes it's going to save you from a bad relationship, or even driving down the road in the wrong way. All right, so if this resonates with you, please let me know in the comments below if you've ever had a sense of clairsentience. And I'd love you if you could share and like this video so my channel will grow. I so appreciate it. And I also, last minute, want to let you know that I do have a private Facebook group. It's full of creative, spiritual people. It's called Creative Soul Alignment. It's a private group on Facebook. So if you're interested in that, you can find all the information below in the description. All right, take care. Bye.